Hello, my name is Lane Kendall Davis. I'm 49 years old. I live here in Eugene, Oregon, my hometown. Born in Portland. Was adopted when I was 7 months old by a Mormon family here in Eugene. Hold on, I'm trying to get the camera better. When I was 19, I was diagnosed with chemical imbalance in my brain. It wasn't until I was 29 in 1998 when I was told in Torrance, California at Harvard UCLA that I had acromegaly, spelled Acromegaly. It's a form of gigantism. It's what happens when the tumor that causes gigantism becomes active in your endocrine system as a young adult rather than as a small child. Had it done that when I was a small child, I would have gotten gigantism like Andre the Giant or The Big Show. Instead, I went from, when I was 19, I was 5'6", 125 pounds, size 9 boot. When I was 15 years old, 1984, in Drain, Oregon, in a road run, I ran a 1 mile road run and finished first place at 4 minutes and 45 seconds. I was raised to be a long distance runner. I tell you this so you understand what some of the acromegaly has taken from me. By the time I was 29, when I was told I had this, I was 5'7" and 3/4, easily breaking the 270 pound mark. I was up to size 14 triple E boot. I still have size 14 triple E boot. I now weigh in at about usually between 295 to 306 pounds. I go back and forth throughout the month. I'm 5'7" and 3/4. I'm basically a short, compressed giant. My bones are incredibly dense. My entire skeletal structure, including my cartilage, is incredibly dense. Where I should have cartilage in the middle of my chest, I have rock solid bones. This is what my skull sounds like. That doesn't hurt. Rock solid. It's doing a number on my back. I have degenerative discs in my lower lumbar region because of how much I weigh. I'm telling you all this first so you understand the full meaning of what I will be telling you next. This is my coming out video. I'm here on the University of Oregon campus. In Eugene, Oregon, at the Allen Price Science Commons Research Library. Before I ever knew I had acromegaly, like when I was 5-6 years old, I first started understanding and feeling that I was in the wrong body. I did not know at that time, and it wasn't until much later on in my adult life I understood that I had earlier adult life, I should say, I had what's called gender dysphoria. I still have it. But because of the acromegaly, now more than ever, I am in the wrong body. I'm not supposed to be a big person. Inside, I still feel like I'm a little person. Um, when I was around 6 years old, when no one else was around and at home, because when I was, like I said, I was adopted at the age of 7 months. I was adopted into a Mormon family. I am not a Mormon. I have not been a Mormon since I was 14 years old. Um, fuck the Mormons. Sorry. Um, yeah, when I was around 6 years old, I started experimenting with makeup and my mom's clothing and my sister's clothing when no one else was home. And I never told anyone. I kept it silent, never breathed one single word to any of my family until, well, my oldest brother in 2016 and my mom last year in 2017. Both support me, but neither one of them live here in Oregon. Other than my dad, who has severe dementia and who's on his deathbed, I have no other family here in Eugene. My dad does not know. My dad doesn't even know who I am anymore. But when I was 19 and I finally understood that there were other people out here in the world like me, these people were at the time called transsexuals. Now we say the term transgender. Um, I understood that there were other people out there who felt like me, but I was unable to do anything about it. And then the acromegaly took over and morphed my body into a huge person. You see, the acromegaly causes me to overproduce adrenaline, testosterone, and human growth hormone. I still overproduce adrenaline and human growth hormone. In 2016, I was told I was starting to underproduce testosterone, even for an average man. I decided then I'll try to take control of some of my life, and I started male to female hormone replacement therapy. I started first with spironolactone, which is a testosterone blocker, and estradiol, which is synthetic estrogen. The closest synthetic estrogen you can get to real human estrogen. I think it's like only 1 or 2 molecules away from being the actual stuff. When I moved up here to Oregon, my insurance down in California for my disability covered my hormones, and up here in Oregon, they cover those same 2 hormones as well as progesterone, which is a hormone that both males and females produce that helps our bodies assimilate all the other and take in and use all the other hormones we produce. So I started taking those, and my insurance is going to cover those. It is covering those. My insurance is actually going to cover everything in my transition. I got a letter recently saying that they will cover removal of my facial hair and my body hair, upper torso. But yeah, this last August in 2018, I started my 3rd year. In June, my acromegaly specialist, I deal with like 6 different doctor departments up in Portland, mostly because of my acromegaly. One of them is for my transition. And I have 3 doctors down here in Eugene, my general practitioner, my main endocrinologist, and my therapist. And in June, my acromegaly specialist went to Prague to be one of 20 doctors to speak in a conference only about acromegaly. While she was over there, she checked every database she could get a hold of, and my primary physician here in Eugene checked every database she could get a hold of, and as far as they can tell, I am the first person with acromegaly in recorded medical history to go through male to female hormone replacement therapy. No one with acromegaly has ever done this before. So I'm the only one. I'm breaking new grounds, as some people have told me. I should be happy. I am, but I'm also alone because I have no support. I mean, I have moral support from my mom and my brother, but they live in separate states. I have no actual support group of any kind here in Eugene. I'm doing this all on my own. I'm also houseless. I define the difference between houseless and homeless by, state of mind, state of being. I've never been one to crawl into a bottle or a needle to solve my problems, so I've never been an alcoholic. I've never done hard drugs. I never will do hard drugs. 27 years ago, I moved out of Eugene. I moved back last year. During the last 20 of those 27 years, I was a caretaker in an LGBT inner city sanctuary in California. I will not say specifically where because we are a sanctuary for people who are abused, and I was a guardian and a caretaker there. So I still need to protect people even though I retired last year. But I moved back up here. I make $750 a month on my disability. I make $182 a month in food stamps, and I can't find anyone who will rent to me. It's not because of my transition, it's because I'm poor. All the different, property management companies here, Jennings Group, Von Klein, a few others, they have it all locked up to where unless you're making at least $2,500 a month, or unless you are a student, no one will rent to you. So I am forced to be outside while I deal with my acromegaly and my transition. Once again, like I said, with no support group of any kind. I'm by myself. I'm lonely. I try to meet people, make friends, but people see me and see my size, and I'll see that I'm homeless and no one wants to talk. If you see this video and you live here in Eugene and you come up on campus, please come up and talk to me. I'm very friendly. I try to be very nice, no matter what, no matter how depressed I am. I need a support group. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm all alone. Sorry, I keep saying that. You want to send me a letter? My email's Lane49Davis, that's Lane, the numbers 4 and 9, Davis at gmail.com. I hang out here on campus, University of Oregon campus, usually here by the Allen Price Science Common and Research Library, or at the corner of 13th and Kincaid on the edge of campus, because it's the only place where I'm safe. Even I get harassed when I'm in downtown. I've been attacked a couple of times. Most because I think people are just trying to rob me, not because I'm transitioning. I don't really talk to anyone about it because no one really wants to talk to me. I don't know why. I just sit and I listen to music. Most people like my music. I haven't heard any complaints about the music. I just listen to classic rock. Some newer stuff, some electronica. The transitioning is putting me through a second puberty, but as a female this time. And I don't feel like I'm 29. I feel like I'm a bit younger. I've always felt like that though. It's part of the acromegaly. I'm lost. I need help. Please come find me. Please help. Please be my friend.